Welcome to Window Wandering Wednesday. It's the episode where I look out of windows from around the world and talk about the latest in business, science, and technology and startups. Today, so much to talk about, so much cool stuff, including robot butlers, camera drones, space internet, synthetic celebrities, rollable phones, 1 petabyte per second data transfer of internet, and I'll do a deep dive into the business of 3D avatars, celebrities, and the customization coming to us soon. Let's wander.
It's the Joe Show.
As I mentioned, this is the show where I look out of windows from around the world and talk about the latest in business, science, and technology. And first off, if you like my content, hit that subscribe button and mash that bell to get a notification every time I upload a new video. That aside, let's hop into our first window, which is in Istanbul, Turkey. It's a great looking window here. We got cats sleeping, 2 cats, although the window itself is obscured with these blinds. Doesn't matter. Let's do our first story, the deep dive into 3D avatars. Why Genies, which is the company that makes these 3D avatars, partnered with Unity to build its 3D avatar world, which is coming to us very soon. Over the holiday season, there was an unmissable sight in New York Times Square, a giant singing and dancing avatar of Justin Biebs himself, the Biebs machine, that Bieber fever, do you have it? Digital Biebs was promoting a partnership with Amazon Music, and the whole thing was powered by the company called Genies, which let's check out. Let's see Genies. So here we are. This is Genies. You can see the shadow silhouette of an avatar here in the background. It looks like she's got a exploding tag earring from Naruto. Shout out to Naruto. So this is the Genies thing, and here we can see the avatar in full color, in full color. It actually looks pretty cool as far as avatars go. I could see people really digging this, and it also goes back to one of the trends that I talked about yesterday in my 2021 tech trends video, which is not digital swag. I keep wanting to say digital swag, not digital swag. Digital goods and not partnerships. God, my brain is just fried right now. It's digital like sponsorships of goods, like Supreme outfits or Gucci outfits, this type of thing. Showing off your digital swag. And so here we can see here the platform with Genies. It reminds me a lot about Bitmoji, but in the 3D form. So you can see here the avatar the person has created. Partnership with Gucci. You can pay 4,500 coins to get Gucci glasses or Gucci pants. It also integrates with Giphy so that you can make GIFs of yourself and then send them to your friends, which I guess is pretty cool. People are going to start spending real money on this premium content to get stuff like Gucci bags or Prada bags. Pretty interesting. Your new marketplace. I could easily see this taking off. J Balvin, Cardi B. Interesting. So let's talk about the celebrities behind this. Genies was founded in 2017 by 2 dudes. In its first few years of existence, the startup has raised $42 million and built interactive 2D avatars and forged a network of celebrity influencers. The startup took things to another level in October 2020 by introducing these 3D avatars that we see today and a full SDK. The Genies 3D avatars are powered by Unity. No surprise there. I believe Unity is going to do their IPO recently or will do or already did it. They're currently valued at $38 billion at the time of this filming. Pretty small company. It's used in 50% of mobile games and 60% of VR and AR content. And there's 3 reasons why Genies has partnered with Unity in addition to celebrities. And the reason is customization. Genies effectively created its own custom engine with Unity's tools so that you can put on different clothes, different hats, different poses. Quality. Unity allows for the creation of avatars that can maintain high fidelity across devices and browsers, so on consoles, phones, and the internet browsers themselves across international markets. And economics, unlike its main competitor, which is Epic Games' Unreal Engine, Epic takes a percent of the game's revenue past a threshold in Unity. However, it uses a SaaS subscription model, and therefore Genies doesn't have to pay a royalty to Unity. It's actually pretty interesting thinking about the fact that Unity uses this SaaS model and a subscription recurring revenue, whereas Unreal leverages this percentage of a game revenue past a certain threshold. Very, very interesting. Unity lacks the cultural cachet of Epic Games, who also make Fortnite, dabbing on my haters' graves. Fortnite. So a partnership with Genies is particularly beneficial to create buzz. So that's it. Let's go back to this window here where we finish this story out. But this is just the beginning. 3D avatars are only just starting and will take off this year. I don't know if I mentioned it directly in my tech trends video, but it's definitely part of this digital swag thing. It's another sign of how big this space is. Roblox, which is a gaming company that is a kind of a sandbox platform for people to build their own content on top of. That is very popular with under 13-year-olds. It's prepping for a $30 billion direct listing on the New York Stock Exchange. And it recently acquired Loom.ai, which is the maker of realistic 3D avatars. They have yet to integrate this technology into Roblox, but it definitely shows that there's space. There's movement in the space to integrate these highly customizable 3D avatars, and really, who wouldn't want to do that? I mean, Bitmoji, which was acquired by Snapchat a couple years ago, was a huge success for Snapchat, and now people use Bitmojis outside of Snapchat still, but it's owned by them because it gives you the ability to create you as a digital twin of yourself, which will become increasingly important as we have more VR and mixed reality content. We're going to need a digital twin of ourselves to keep up with this, and Genies is poised to be the digital twin maker of the next decade. They've been working on 3D avatar technology for a long time, and now they're seeing a new Genies avatar every single week as people start to use it more and more. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Are you interested in making a digital twin, a Genies digital twin of yourself? I think they look pretty cool. If I'm going to be honest, they look very high quality compared to some other like digital twins and character customizers. I mean, one of the fun things about starting a new video game is customizing your character, and some of us like to make the character look like ourselves, and some of us don't like to make our character look like ourselves, but we like to act as someone else. But most people, I feel like, try to make an avatar of themselves, so it only makes sense that people will gravitate towards this technology. And I mean, I was just discussing this the other day with friends that somebody should make a company that lets you make a realistic scan of yourself, and then you can do things like try on outfits, try out tattoos, see if you like it or not before you make a big commitment to either getting something permanent like a piercing or a tattoo, or even just buying new clothes. Having a digital twin, but a realistic digital twin, not something that looks like Genies, I think could be really interesting business as well. But this is also fun because you could also use this character in Fortnite if you're a Fortnite player. So that's the business of 3D twins, digital avatars from Genies. Let's grab a new window here and start these other stories. We got Burlington, Vermont is our next window. Not as exciting though, kind of a boring window. Nice surroundings, got some plants. Nice curtain, but we'll grab somewhere else. Ontario, Canada is the next one. Mississauga. Not a great window background. We got Montreal, Canada here. Seems like a cafe sitting across the street from a veterinary clinic. It's all right as a window, but I think we can do better. Here we go. Here's a gorgeous window in Singapore. What a nice day overlooking the harbor of Singapore. We got a cool building on the right. Lots of trees, lots of green. How great. Let's start talking about some other stories here. Well, I bring it up. We've got so much to go over, especially because what a crazy week it's been. We had an insurrection in America, and we had the Consumer Electronics Show. Two things that are not related at all, but both very big events. If you didn't know, President Trump was deplatformed after he incited violence against the U.S. Capitol. His supporters raided violently the Capitol of the United States, and thus he's been kicked off of YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Discord, pretty much every major platform. President Trump no longer has a voice there, and everyone's been complaining that this is censorship, but it's not. Sure, it might be coordinated between these big tech companies. When one of them do it, it kind of gives them license to all do it at once, so they don't have to be the first one to take the step. This is kind of like a rolling ball type of phenomenon, like a snowball that just gets bigger and bigger, that snowball effect. But he crossed the line, and he should be deplatformed. He should have been deplatformed a long time ago. I've seen people compare it to Putin still being on Twitter, which I didn't know this. There is an actual official Kremlin Twitter. I looked it up. It doesn't do much except talk about the meetings that Putin is having, the people that he's shaking hands with, and then providing transcription notes from the meeting, so it doesn't really violate any of Twitter's rules, which is probably why it still exists. Not the most exciting content, probably not even the most true content, probably faked transcripts. However, it's not violating the rules, which is why he continues there, and why so many accounts, especially on the conservative side, are banned, because all you have to do is not be dicks, and you won't get kicked off the platform. It's not hard. But that moving away from that, let's see what we have. An institute in Japan broke the transmission world record for internet transmissions with 125,000 gigabytes per second using an optical fiber cable. Researchers in Japan achieved this world's first transmission, exceeding 1 petabyte per second in a single core multi-mode optical fiber cable. Don't know what that means. But at 125,000 gigabits per second, the experiment broke the current transmission in a multi-mode fiber by 2.5 times. So this was 2.5 times faster than the standard right now. And the researchers plan to increase the distance of the transmission to integrate with a more multi-core technology, which means we can continue to achieve these speeds over a longer distance. That's incredible, though. Imagine getting 125,000 gigabytes a second. There's not even a game, a movie, in anything that comes close to that. You would have that file in seconds, if not sooner. You might even think about it, and it could be ready to go at that speed. A petabyte of data. That is incredible. So good job, Japan. That's very cool. How incredible is that? And with CES going on, there's been all sorts of new technological announcements. Next Monday or a Tuesday, I'll be doing a Tech Tuesday covering the best of CES. I'm planning on doing, so come back then and check it out. But for now, we can point to a couple very interesting things like Samsung's robot Butler. So at CES, Samsung unveiled 3 new robots in its virtual press conference on Monday. The company emphasized the importance of AI to all of its products. Many of Samsung's AI products run in the background. Many of Samsung's AI applications run in the background of these products, both the robots and on their phone. I own a Samsung Galaxy phone, and they have something called Bixby. That's their version of Siri is Bixby. So the JetBot 90 is a robot vacuum that uses object recognition technology to identify the best cleaning path. I mentioned robot drone vacuum cleaners yesterday in my Tech Tuesday, if you want to check that out in my 2021 tech trends. It can empty itself, and it also doubles as a home monitoring device. So that's pretty rad. It can clean your house and tell you if there's an intruder. Sounds like a really, really diligent butler. If it also knows martial arts, then Batman, Alfred, I'm sorry, you fired. We're replacing you with the JetBot 90. BotCare is a robot assistant and companion that can learn about you and send reminders throughout your day. And the Samsung Bot Handy was designed to be an extra hand around the house. It can pick up and move objects and do things like sort dishes after a meal. We got to see this. Okay, so here's a picture of Handy, and in the corner we can see it moving around. It looks like Handy in the other one. So Handy can go into your dishwasher and unload it. I wonder where exactly it places the dishes. Oh, here we got a little video. Seems to be moving the rag, the dirty rag, into the hamper. Interesting. We got Andrew talking to us. Thanks, Andrew. But let's get to the robots. Here we go. Here's Handy unloading the dishwasher, or actually loading the dishwasher. Okay, so it's identifying parts. So that was actually really important. Okay, so this bot rolls over to your sink and uses object recognition to pick out the different dishes and pick them up. That is actually really impressive, as it is a very hard task to do robot picking. Robot picking is a massive subject within robotics, especially in warehouse robotics, where all these robots are going around and sorting our Amazon packages. For it to be able to go over, identify a dish, navigate its little gripper to pick it up, and then also navigate it by tilting it or rotating it to place it in a dishwasher in another space. That's actually really impressive technology. So shout out to Samsung for achieving that sort of thing. I actually think that's pretty rad. I personally don't have a use for that, but maybe as I get older, almost yawned. Maybe as I get older and have a bigger house, if I do have a bigger house, that will come in more handy, but super interesting. So Samsung making their moves, their robotic moves. I think that's pretty cool. Let's get back to the track. And it also has the bot care, the robot assistant. That didn't really get covered in the video, but I wonder if that's an actual like robot or if that's more like a chat bot. Don't know. Sony, moving on to other topics. There's this Sony AirPeak drone, which is a camera drone. Let's see what it looks like. Probably, yep, like every other drone that we've seen, but it does fit a camera with a so many guys today. Sorry, guys. With a camera mount and a gimbal so that you can get nice, steady drone footage. That's pretty cool. If you're a videographer filming this, they got the new AirPeak that attaches a Sony camera to a gimbal, probably partnered with DJI is what I saw. So camera drones also on the way. I'm telling you, more drones, vacuum drones, camera drones. They're on their way. We also got synthetic celebrities, cloning a billion digital selves for fun and profit. Reface is a platform for making deep fake videos using celebrity likenesses. It has grown to more than 3 million active users in just 6 weeks after having only 10,000 users for a long time. The company's been working on technology that enables near infinite content personalization to anyone's face and body. Reface focuses on the fun aspects of creating deepfakes with intentionally lower quality videos and techniques embedded in the videos to help identify them as deepfakes. In case anyone tries to pass this off as real, the company aims to eventually allow people to license their likenesses for brands. So, I don't know, The Weeknd can license himself out for Dove soap to use. If they don't actually want to work with The Weeknd, they can just use his likeness. I believe Reface, as we can see here,
right?
Maybe if they have a video of it. No, just guys talking, of course. Why would they have a video of it? That would be too cool if they did. Is a platform that I think you can just download on your phone, and then you can make your own deepfake, which is pretty impressive considering I have another video that I put out where I made a Donald Trump deepfake, and it wasn't super easy. So if they're actually democratizing this and making it a little bit easier, I think that's very cool, and I like that they're thinking ahead and they are embedding tells so that we can identify them as deepfakes, and also that they are intentionally making lower quality videos. I think that helps. I don't think it is helpful if people were making these maliciously, these deep fakes. But if you want to have fun, I mean, and you can put these on TikTok or Instagram, why not? Be anyone. Create hyper-realistic face swap identities. One selfie from you to get started, and then boom. And then all of a sudden, there you are. You're the Terminator. You are in Shrek. You are looking sexy. Oh, man. Looks like me on the weekends. Pretty rad. It's called Reface, though, if you want to check it out. Anyone can make these hyper-realistic deep fakes. I think that is awesome because, it's a tough thing otherwise. Let's move on from Singapore into Hawaii here. nice mountainous view in Hawaii. How charming. As we talk about some other stuff here like internet from space, Elon Musk's Starlink satellite internet service has been approved for the UK and beta test kits are already out there. So if you're one of those lucky people who has Starlink internet over in the UK, let me know in the comments, or let us know in the comments on how it is actually working and how it's going. Starlink has been approved by UK regulators and can now provide internet for people across the UK. Customers have already started to receive their kits. Starlink kits costs £439 up front. Don't know what that kit includes. Plus an £84 per monthly subscription. The beta test should expect speeds of up to 150 megabytes per second, which is quite a bit less than the petabyte per second that we achieved over in Japan. But that is what is happening with SpaceX in the UK. Very curious if you're a UK watcher, if you have or have heard of this Starlink internet, and if you know anyone that has access to it. I'd love to know how it's working, this space internet. And on a little bit more of a fun but also frightening story, the headline says, "Your cock is mine now." And yeah, I'm talking about penises. A hacker locked internet-connected chastity cages and then demanded ransoms to unlock it. A hacker took control of people's Internet of Things chastity cages and then demanded a ransom to unlock them. What a crazy but sexy hack. Someone exploited security vulnerabilities in a cage that goes around dudes' penises to keep them from having sex and then lock them permanently unless these people paid 0.02 Bitcoin to unlock their devices. This case clearly highlights the need for better security practices before you're unleashing an IoT device upon people, especially if you're going to be locking their dicks in a spiked cage. That is nuts. That's people. I mean, I wonder how many people they took control of. How many cocks did this hacker own with this hack? Oh, it was on Cellmate. I've seen this thing before, this Cellmate, this internet-enabled cock trap. Around $750 he was demanding per unleashed dick. That's pretty crazy. I don't know who the hacker was. I don't know if anybody knows who the hacker actually was, but yeah. So this thing was popular in the BDSM community, and now it was popular in the hacking community. So be careful if you're interested in engaging in that sort of activity that hackers can potentially log in, can potentially compromise these objects, and then your cock belongs to them, if that is what you're doing. Quick story, there was going to be a merger between the credit card company Visa and the fintech technology called Plaid, but the U.S. Government quickly said no more mergers. They're probably being very anti-monopolistic right now because of what's going on with Amazon, Apple, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and who's the last one? Twitter? Maybe Twitter? Why am I blanking on it? Regardless, they said no to this big merger, which prevented the $5.3 billion merger of these two finance tech mega companies. So now Visa will have to compete with Plaid. Boo-hoo. Hopefully it'll make for better service for all of us. Let's grab a new window. I got to remember to go back to the window. Mateo, California. Maybe this is San Mateo. I don't know. Nice little background, but boring. USA. I don't want US. Oh, we got Virginia, USA over here, but look at this fluffy little guy we got on this couch. He's just chilling. What a cool looking dog. His fur really works well with that color of cushion. Oh, that's cute. I got to leave that up. Well, we talk about rollable phones. LG's rollable phone is real and it's launching in 2021. That's this year. We're in 2021. LG has confirmed that its rollable phone will be available this year. The LG rollable has a screen that can extend into a small tablet display. Details about the different sizes have not been released. People are in a race to roll this out. Oh, so this is not what I would call rollable. I mean, I get how they're saying it's rollable because it seems like the screen is rolled over this extender, but this is like an extendable screen. It's not really a rollable screen. It's an extended screen. Yeah, the LG Wing used to fold out like that and flip over to have two screens, I think. But now this one, as we can see here in this GIF, is rolling up and extending the length of the screen. But this is, yeah, to me, like I said, more extendable than rollable. I thought I was going to be able to roll it up into like a newspaper and stick it in my back pocket. Still pretty cool though, because it's definitely showing off this OLED technology that is embedded in these rollable phone to let it happen, this flexible OLED stuff, because it's definitely rolling back as it is coming down. Very interesting solution though to this rollable tech to make it a little bit more sturdy. Because once we start, like I said, rolling it up like a piece of paper, I can't imagine how that's going to work whatsoever. Very cool, though. Shout out to LG for making this and for other companies to try to catch up. Let's go back to our dog. Oh, he got excited when we came back. It's like he knew we were watching him. One science story that I want to talk about was that cancer now is hibernating like, quote, bears in winter to survive chemotherapy. A new study is suggesting that all cancer cells can enter into a state of dormancy to survive in the face of chemotherapy. The mechanism is similar to embryonic diapause, a process used by hibernating animals. Some mammals can undergo embryonic diapause when environmental conditions are unfavorable, essentially pausing an embryo's development until conditions become more favorable. Disabling this process makes chemotherapy much more effective if they can do that. The study sheds light also into why some people respond so poorly to chemotherapy. It's because their cancer may be entering into a dormant state, like a bear hibernating in the winter. Cancer bears, not real cool, but good for us to know this because then we can work against it. Pretty scary. Also on the subject of health, we have Razer, formerly of the Razer phone, creating a new reusable N95 smart respirators complete with RGB lighting and voice projection called Project Hazel. So as we can see here, it filters things out, comes in a nice box, has cool RGB lights or like you would find in a high-end computer around the respirator part of it, around the filter part of it, and then also it has voice projection. So I think it seals around your face and then it projects your voice out of those things as I think speakers as well. They're pretty rad masks, but I'm hoping that this will be a frivolous project from Razer and that the vaccine is out of this airborne disease,
which also prevents a buildup of CO2 in the mask.
These could be more effective ventilators for medical professionals. So nurses and doctors can all of a sudden wear these in the operating room, complete with the RGB light ups to look totally badass while operating on you, while replacing that heart valve or fixing your hip or whatever it is, getting your hernia all sorted out. They can wear these RGB ventilators from Project Hazel from Razer. I think it would be pretty cool. I would definitely like to see a doctor wearing those sort of things. Oh man, this actually looks like something that you'd see at a rave more than in the medical office. So I'm for sure positive that people will be wearing these more to big gatherings like raves and concerts. And maybe even after we are vaccinated, people will just be more aware of airborne illness and airborne spread of viruses and choose to wear these just because they look technical and cool, because we're definitely getting to the point now in the world where we projected to be living in this tech world and to be integrating technology into fashion. Project Hazel from Razer Technologies, those N95 masks. Pretty rad. Let me know in the comments, would you wear one? I would 100% wear one. And the last story here is very sad. As we know, Bitcoin took a wild ride last week as well. It went up to I think almost $42,000 per Bitcoin. It has since come down, so a lot of people lost some money already. But a programmer only has 2 guesses left to access his $175 million Bitcoin wallet. Stephen Thomas, a San Francisco-based programmer, was given 7,000 Bitcoins for making a video about cryptocurrencies a decade ago. So this guy was just a video editor. He got paid in cryptocurrency. They were at the time worth about $2 to $6 each at the time. He stored the Bitcoins on an iron key hard drive, a storage device that only allows its users 10 attempts at entering the right password before it locks the data permanently. Thomas has already entered 8 incorrect guesses. Security professionals have offered help for a percentage of the stash, so perhaps they can reverse engineer what his password may have been. Maybe he should go to a hypnotist, but this guy effectively did a little cock trap on himself. He hacked himself, locked his own money, locked his own dick of $175 million Bitcoin wallet with only 10 guesses. And unfortunately, if he guesses incorrectly 2 more times, that's it. Goodbye, fortune. This guy, how stupid. How, you didn't write it down, you didn't take a picture, you didn't back it up somewhere. If you had that many Bitcoins and you believed in the technology, you would think that he would at least remember his password or give himself a hint somewhere, store it somewhere. You hate to see it like this financial domination, or maybe it was financial dom stuff and he actually, is into having female BDSM ladies take control of his account and he's getting off on this. Who knows? But hope Stephen Thomas figures it out. Just like I hope all those guys get their dicks out of those hacked chastity belts. That's been today's Joe Show. Hope you enjoyed today's Window Wandering Wednesday. We covered so much stuff. If you like my content, hit that subscribe button and mash that bell to get a notification every time I upload a new video. Come back every Wednesday for more content around startups, business, and technology and science. Learn something new. Impress your friends with how ahead of the curve you are here on the Joe Show on Window Wandering Wednesday. Until next time, though, I hope you wander somewhere cool because you know it. I love you.